Alright, welcome back today, everyone. So today we'll be taking a look at the SU39, a rank 7 premium for Russia. Now, the one I'm gonna only show you guys one match. I was on a time crunch, so it's gonna be a replay, sadly, and that's pretty much it. Like, I know replays aren't that entertaining, but it's a really fun match, and I promise you guys it's gonna be awesome. Now, the SU39 is pretty much a heavier SU25. As for upgrades, it gets a nice good IRCM block, which for those who don't know what that does, disrupts IR missiles in their lock. And considering how hot these engines are, it's very much welcomed. Now, you also get two very lovely R73s. Love these missiles. And if you can, run the radar pod. So that way you can do the tall lockbox, and so that way you can use the off-bore thrust vectoring capabilities that this R73 has. Then you get the R60s. They're alright, you know, nothing stellar. But the main prize that I think people should be bringing are the Vickers for the head-on. You'd be surprised how many people don't know about about using that rocket. And it is incredible for head-ons. It's incredible for rear shots that are close up. People maneuver because they don't see it being flared, and that gets them slow. It's like how you would use an AIM-9B at lower tiers, and it is very much welcomed. Now, I was also grinding anti-mechs as I did this, which is why I have the TEs. With most mats being air spawns nowadays, I do recommend bringing them and just early launching them at people on the just ground AI or something, or saving them if you're not getting into a dogfight to launch at people on the runway. Now, as for Achilles' heels, it retains its energy decently. It's fast, but it rips at Mach 0.86. It's not fast. You're not going to make it to the match very often. So, I wouldn't recommend this over planes like the Su-30, which is a much better grinder and a much more fun plane if you know what to do. And then if you already have it, the MiG-23ML is also better. So, and I'll be doing a video on that C30 once it goes on sale. So without further ado, let's hop right into this game. So I'm over here goofing off with my friend, just having a good time, and I wasn't expecting to get a match like this. Now, the advantage of replay is I can talk over myself and not needing to try and balance both things at the same time. You have a furball firming down here on the right, a bunch of J35s. They're going to bleed their speed, and they don't have high countermeasures. Perfect targets for the R73s if I care to launch with them. But this J35 is going after my buddy over here, so I'm diving on him to get the free, the 6, and my friend. I launch an R73 at him, and that's going to track and get my first kill of the match. Love those missiles. Now, I see a tornado locked up over here, and this is going to really show why I carry the Vickers and why I love them so much. So I break off and I start flying up and towards him. I lock him up with the laser, and I launch some Vickers at him. And he's just running. And I use the user camera to see if they pull, and they do. Take his flap off, and he goes right into a flat spin. It's J's. These missiles are incredibly solid, and I highly recommend you use them. It just increases your killing potential in an already lackluster plane. Now, huge furball over here by my friend. He gets shot down because there's 6 of them, and this is a perfect opportunity for me to come in from above and just lay down the law. Now, I'm looking around with my laser just to launch off those Cage-29 TEs I was talking about at the beginning. That's a bit of extra RP. Now, at the end of this match, I'm going to get 157 KSL and 27k RP, and that is without premium time. So just imagine all that double. Now, I'm looking down here at these F4s, J35, they're both slow, not paying attention. So I dive down. I see this F4. Starts turning in, not a good target for the R73. So I launch it at this AJ37. It's not really paying attention at me. air brake to not overspeed. This is J7 straight out third. I got slow. Rather not waste the gun. I did do 7 directly on my 6. So I go about reversing him. I reverse him, and lucky for me, an A6 comes in and absolutely saves me. And this gives me the perfect opportunity to re-engage and just kill these slow MiG-21s. Now I'm gonna go for the German one, nope, and launch a Vicker at him. No point in using guns here. But sadly, the Vicker doesn't pull. And a little tad bit is the laser. Get a radar gun sight. See if I can pull in, and I clipped his tip. Now the replay isn't that solid, so I really supported this helping trigger as he flew by. Now this is another reason why I love these Vicker missiles. Is this guy here doesn't know what they are. He just knows it's not being flared, so he just starts trying to outpull them, seeing they don't move that well. So I just start rippling them off at this guy, making sure to get him slow. And I'm just gonna hose him down here for the rest of the good, and then I finally get some shots on target. And then I see the final guy behind me. He starts trying to rip some rounds off first him. And then after seeing my teammates scared to death of the fight, I start ripping off the Vickers and he starts maneuvering. Almost crashes. And that's pretty much where this game ends for the most part. Is he just runs, flies away, and that's it. It is not exactly a stellar game. He just starts going after my A10s. There's not a lot I can do here. He's gonna outrun me. I only have 20 cannon rounds left and one Vicker. But I don't want him to be able to freely go after my A10s and just dogfight them. They're over here doing nothing. I don't trust them to be able to hold their own. So I keep chasing them to apply some pressure. Now we're just gonna skip along over here. He kills our first. And this is a prime example of what I mean about why I don't trust A10s. Is, as you probably already know, is they just take head-ons. I don't trust them. They're not even gonna try the dodge, just take that head-on. Now it's the end of the match. I see this J7. Don't know why he's not popping up on replay. Yep, there he is. And at this point, I see it's low tickets. As much as I hate losing on tickets, I decided to do my blueberry solid for once, and I'm gonna watch this Vicker off, finish off the tickets, and save my A10. And that is our 8-kill game. Not that great from the replay perspective, but I really hoped it showed you what this plane can do. Now, as you guys saw in that replay, it was an incredible match. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. And, you know, that bit I took out was just a bunch of skipping because that J7 just ran. So, would I recommend the SU39 over the SU30? For pure grinding, no, I would not. Because it isn't a fighter. If you're looking to grind a bunch of SL, then this is straight up your alley, because Thunder Wagers and the anti-mech order, that will get you, I kid you not, borderline 250k SL, and within a killer or two, 20k RP. So if you're looking to also get tons of SLs, and most is an SL grinder, then this thing is straight up your alley. But if you're just looking to be a straight on fighter and not really wanting to do a ton of ground pounding, because I'll tell you this thing does get repetitive when it comes to needing the clutch up and stuff like that. And the replay didn't do a good job at showing the Achilles heel, besides the fact that you're a subsonic. You can't catch anything, and as nice as the R73s are, they'll get one-third by people that are paying attention that are supersonic, if they can even catch it. But overall, it's a solid plane, and I highly recommend you go ahead and pick it up. It is amazing for ground RB2. So if you're also looking to be a tanker, this thing is also phenomenal and pairs well with the T80 UE1s. So you knock out two birds with one stone. You get a good grinder and a cell grinder for the air tree, and a good ground pounder for your premium ground lineup. So overall, I would recommend it more than the Su-30. Not saying the Su-30 is a bad ground pounder, but like this thing's 11.3. It's gonna go together a lot nicer with this than the Su-30, because the Su-30, well, I guess, so they changed the BR since I last tracked. The TDU1 used to be 11.3, just like this thing. But now they put it 12, so I guess I was wrong about that. But yeah, overall, I do highly recommend. I know I'm a broken record. You pick this thing up. It's a fun plane. It's really trolly. It's fun, these Vickers and hat-ons, and you get R73s at a low BR, where not a ton of people know about IRCCM close up, besides a select few. Now, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate the support, and if you made it to the end, I'll work on getting more content out there. But the reason I do replays is because I'm mostly talking and chilling with friends, or I'm doing school, or stuff like that. I don't really have time for dedicated record sessions, which is why you see a lot of replay footage like this. But it lets me show you a really good match I may have missed otherwise. So thank you for tuning in. Please remember to like and subscribe. Stay safe. Peace.